Corey, and welcome to another anime paint night. This week we are doing Shrinky Dink Keychains with Sailor Moon art. So if you signed up for the kit, you'll have received the materials needed to make the keychains. So the shrink plastic, sometimes it's also known as Shrinky Dink paper, but I'm going to use the terms interchangeably. You're going to also get some little keychain rings, as well as some colored pencils and markers, and some Sailor Moon imagery that you can use to trace or copy for your keychain designs. Or if you're not super into Sailor Moon, or if there's another design that you wanted to do, feel free to draw something else. And if you do, feel free to share it with me. I would love to see what you guys make. So with Shrinky Dink or shrink plastic paper, if you've never used it before, basically it starts out big, and you're going to draw on it and color it, and then you put it in an oven or toaster oven for a couple seconds, and it shrinks down in size. So basically it starts off usually like maybe a regular paper size, and then it like shrinks down to like a keychain size, which is what we're going to do today. So I've already pre-made a couple images, but I'm going to show you my process for making a couple more. I have a starry-eyed Usagi picture and one of her magic brooch that she uses that I'm going to base these drawings off of. Earlier I did the cats, Artemis and Luna, and a different one of the brooches. For this one, if you can use either color pencils or markers. They have to be permanent markers, not washable, but you can use either of those materials for your drawing. The reason you can't use washable markers is because it will usually smear, and sometimes I've had times where I've put it in the oven and it's shrunk down, and then the marker has like, the color is like sort of just peeled off of the shrink plastic. If you're going to use the color pencils, you're going to use them on the more rough, opaque side of the shrink plastic, and with the marker you can use it on either the rough, opaque side or the shiny smooth side, but with the color pencil you can only use it on the back side. And then once you're finished and you're going to put it in the oven, you're going to put it with the shiny side face down. With the one Usagi picture I did, I made the mistake of putting it rough side down, and that one wound up sort of sticking to the tray, and when I got it out, it sort of hardened and kind of messed up. But with the other ones, I had put them all in with the shiny side down, and they all peeled off the tray really easily. Now, as I said, you're going to put it in either a toaster oven or a regular oven. You're going to preheat it to about 375, usually works. You're not going to leave it in super long, really like a max of like 15-20 seconds is all you're going to need, because they shrink down super quick, and then you're going to want to like pull it out immediately. So if you're also going to need an oven mitt or a pot holder, but be careful while you're doing it, and definitely use some sort of protection for your hands so you don't accidentally burn yourself. And also, you may need a spatula to peel the Shrinky Dink off of your tray once you've pulled them out of the oven. So those are some extra things that you may want to grab and have on hand when you go to put your shrink plastic in the oven. So if you haven't done anything with Shrinky Dinks before, when you do put it in the oven, there's an immediate reaction, and the shrink plastic will sort of crumple in on itself as it's shrinking down. While it's like in that mid crumpled up stage, do not touch it. As it's shrinking, it will eventually flatten itself out. Well, it will usually flatten itself out. Occasionally I've had times where the shrink plastic sort of remained in that crumpled state, but 9 times out of 10 it will shrink and flatten itself out on its own. So I know it will, if you've never seen it before, it will sort of look a little distressing because you put this art in there and oh no, it's crumpling up, but it should just flatten itself out. And then once it's done uncrumpling itself and it's flattened itself out, that's when you're going to want to pull it out. That whole process usually, like I said, it's very quick. It's about 15-20 seconds, so it's very quick. And then once you're going to take it out, just like I said, peel it off of the tray and set it on a flat surface. If you have your spatula handy or some other large flat object while the plastic is still warm, I would advise to like sort of just press down on it to like if there's still any like little bumps or curves in it, that will like sort of help flatten it out. So once your shrink plastic has shrunk and you've pulled it out of the oven, the next thing is to insert the little keychain. So for all of them, I've already pre-punched a hole in the plastic. So if you do any cutting or changes to the plastic, try and do it on the side where the hole is, or if you have a hole punch yourself, just make a new hole. It looks like the hole won't be big enough, but like when it shrinks, I've always worried that like the hole isn't going to be big enough, but it always is. Just a standard hole punch will give you the right size for your keychain loop. So the next step, like I said, also included was the little keychain link. You're going to take that and the final link on the chain, you're going to use either your hands, or if you have a pair of pliers handy, I advise using them to like sort of just pry it apart, just wide enough that you can slip it into the hole in the shrink plastic, and then use the pliers to press it back together. And that is pretty much it for our craft for this week. So like I said, if you want to share your image, feel free to either email it or post it on our social media page. Like I said, I always like to see how everybody's art comes out. And definitely check our website, Suffolk Public Library, for upcoming programs and events. We have a lot of cool in-person as well as virtual programming come up. So definitely look into that. One thing that you may be interested in is our Iconicon Attack of the Fan Art contest, which is running from now until April 11th, 2022. So at this point, when this video is published, you still have about a month or so to submit an entry. You can either submit it digitally. I'll include a link in the video description, or you can bring your art to the library itself, and we'll take your physical art. When Iconicon happens on April 30th, we will be making sort of an art gallery area where we'll display all the entries that we've received. So it'll be very cool, and you have a chance to win a cool prize pack. So if you are into making fan art of different anime like Sailor Moon or Attack on Titan, or if you like superhero comics or even stuff, fantasy and sci-fi stuff like Star Trek and Lord of the Rings, feel free to submit fan art of any of that, because all of it is welcome, and it's cool to see a variety of art. So everybody always, when the people submit, there's always a cool variety of stuff that, like there's Pokemon, Doctor Who, just all sorts of cool stuff. So if you're interested in the fan art contest, again, feel free to check out the link in the description or call the library and ask about it. But until next time, I will see you around. Have a good evening. Bye.